Hello everyone, my name is Sinfuryheart and I am here to talk about one of the greatest RPGs to be released in 2024, and that game is metaphorrefantazio.
All we have, Captain. Luis, I will make an end of you here. I should expect no less by a duel's code. So be it. Allow me to even the score.
This game has been in development for a long time, about 7 years or so. Back then when they made the announcement about this game, I was excited to see this new project. As years went by, most people forgot about it and very little talk was heard of its development. But I'm glad that they took their time and they delivered. Metaphor is a fantastic experience and worth the wait. If you're familiar with any of the megaten games, such as the Persona series or Shin Megami Tensei games, you will enjoy this game for what it has to offer. I feel this game is more of a mix-up of SMT and Persona, but if I were to be completely honest with you, I feel that Metaphor is leaning more towards the SMT games. While yes, there are some similarities between Metaphor and the Persona games, you start to notice the differences over time. The major feature that a lot of people point out is the archetypes. Going by the trailers, people assume it involves summoning personas, a reflection of yourself. Metaphor goes beyond that and borrows the idea from the Digital Devil Saga series. You become the archetypes instead. I like this a lot more, and it is a feature that I missed from the megaten games. Another thing that I noticed, all the party members can change their weapons depending on which archetypes they can switch to. The restrictions of bounding a party member to a certain weapon type, including the protagonist, is no longer seen here in Metaphor, and I welcome it. Another feature, while changing class types, the game automatically arranges your equipment for you so you don't have to do it manually. You can also swap abilities regardless of the class types. If you want a knight class with defense buffs or more attack skills, you can do that and much more. As someone who has played RPGs since the PlayStation 1 days, I love seeing features from older RPGs that are upgraded for modern times when done right. I will be honest, I find it very difficult to go back and replay some older games because of how slow and tedious the grinding can be, or just how long it takes from the beginning to end. I used to tell friends that are not really into JRPGs to give Persona 5 Royal a try, just to experience a really well done RPG. By the end of this year, I feel that my recommendation will no longer be Persona 5 Royal. I feel that I could recommend Metaphor or Shin Megami Tensei 5 instead.
The moment of truth! Heads held high, everyone! Stand strong!
Hype! They
I'll
cut
hold
your
my
speed,
ground.
so be careful!
I will hurt.
Stroll,
We're blade in
down.
hand.
My thanks.
My thanks.
Thanks.
Mate, I stand ready!
Hulkenberg's moving
Guarding
slower.
seems the wise move. I can take it.
Hype! They cut your speed, so be careful!
Just the thing.
Let us faker!
Hulkenberg's
I shall
moving
rule
slower.
the battle. I shall vanquish evil. Be ready for anything.
That helped. Thank you.
Quite a boon!
You hit their weakness!
Observe the enemy.
That's your opening, Captain!
They'll not break my defenses.
Let us faker! How about this?
Hype!
No
They cut
holding
your
back.
speed, so be careful!
Be ready for anything.
Thanks. I'm obliged.
Quite a boon!
I won't hold back.
You hit their weakness!
Is everyone all right?
That's your opening, Captain!
This should help. Training.
I leave it to you.
Now, Commander! No, staying on the defensive.
You hit their weakness!
Observe the enemy.
That's your opening,
What
Captain!
there? They yet cling to life.
Be neither timid nor arrogant. I'll use this. Apologies. Would you finish
Guarding
it?
seems the wise move. I won't hold back. Not bad.
Traveling the world in Metaphor is visually stunning and a wonderful experience. The menu screen, the UI, exploring dungeons, the character portraits during cutscenes, all of it is done so great. I never get tired of looking at this game. I don't know if other people find interest in minor detours where you can visit different areas in the world, but for me, I really enjoy seeing places that most people wouldn't normally visit. The way I see it, if you're traveling the world, I think stopping to see places that are rare, beautiful, and a sight to behold is worth looking at. Neurus, who is a very important party member, is nice enough to make a portrait of the places you visit so that way you can remember it. I haven't seen this type of feature since Final Fantasy Tactics, where you select errands at the bar to explore unexplored areas that are called the Wonders of the World. Every time you send party members to complete those errands in the game, they will come back and report their findings. In the report, they would show an illustration of the places they visited. I always found features like that very charming and nice. These little hints of lore give you an idea of what other places exist in that world. The followers or allies that you meet on your journey, you cannot date them or fall in love with them. Forming a bond with them is your standard RPG experience. When you're working on ranks for your followers, there is no hidden meter or options that level up their rank faster. You do receive mag every time you level up, which is very nice since unlocking more archetypes is done by interacting with followers and leveling up their rank. The more you level up your rank with your followers, the more skills and abilities you can unlock that helps your journey in a positive way. When you spend time with followers, you learn more about the people of this world, and the protagonist learns that this world is a lot more harsh than he ever imagined. The protagonist is already looked down upon because he's an Elda. He also starts to notice that other tribes are pretty much treated the same way, if not much worse. Heismei won me over as a well-written character with a sad backstory and how he learns to overcome his personal struggles in his own way. My experience with interacting with followers has been great. Some of them made me feel emotional when they got their proper closure. It was really nice to see different sides of them, whether you saw them during their darkest times in their lives, or when they finally trust you, they could tell you anything they wouldn't usually tell anyone else.
Of the thief's virtues, by the grace of his newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
I will never forget how this drink tasted tonight. You should let me hear some of your stories too, eh? Just every now and then. They need not be grand tales. Even passing thoughts are fine. These moments we have, however we spend them, to me, they are precious indeed. I can't remember the last time I felt this way. To think of my future and look forward to what awaits.
I really love the character designs in this game. The main cast all look memorable and amazing to me. Juna and Rella remind me of character designs from 1980s or late 90s anime, and I just love it. I love it when I see character designs that I do not see as often in modern games, but remind me of the past. The story of Metaphor is truly amazing and well written, in my opinion. The way they handle the plot twists are done so well. While I did have some suspicions from the start of the game, I'm glad they dropped subtle hints to where I already had an idea where the story was going, or I was getting closer to understand the truth behind some of these characters.
Are you serious?
Don't fret.
The truth behind the protagonist and how he is very important to his world is very well elaborated in this game. I will not spoil what happens, but it did remind me of a similar concept from one of the Persona games. I can definitely say that the protagonist's backstory in this game is slightly different from protagonists in other RPGs. And I welcome this unique experience. We have all seen the silent protagonist characters in the past, and wish they spoke up a little more. I am also very glad to see the protagonist speak up more in this game. Fans of the Persona series will be delighted to hear that the composer for Metaphor is none other than the legend himself, Shoji Meguro.
愚かな王は死んだ。この国は今有史以来の危機にさらされている。全ての者に現実を見せてやる。これが人間だ。ただの噂ではない。今やこの国は人間の巣窟なのだ。
Once again, he does such an amazing job with battle themes, boss music, and atmospheric music. The battle theme, Warrior and Armed, is probably my favorite battle theme for this year. When I first heard it when playing the Metaphor demo, I was immediately hooked. This battle theme fits perfectly with the theme of Metaphor. An ongoing struggle to win back freedom and fighting against the corruption in this world. What a way to end the year 2024 with amazing JRPGs from Atlus. Unicorn Overlord was an instant success. Persona 3 Reload was done very well. And now, metaphorrefantazio as the final send-off for this year. I noticed some people online complain about MP being an issue at the start of the game. As someone who has been playing RPGs since the 90s, this is nothing new to me. As you progress through the game, your party members gain some skills to help with recovering MP, and there is even rare equipment that helps out as well. This is all the usual experience of any JRPG. I mentioned this earlier, but I am so happy to see familiar game mechanics or features from the past RPGs brought back in this game. The final boss was actually challenging for me, and I still conquered in the end. My experience with Metaphor was amazing and memorable. I love exploring the world, the wonderful diverse cast of characters. Music was awesome, as expected, and the story was amazing. I did pretty much all I could in my first playthrough, which involved clear all quests, slay the dragons in the towers, max all followers' ranks, and hunted down rare equipment. This explains why it took me so long to play this game, because I'm too busy having a great time. Replayability is definitely high since New Game Plus is very forgiving. I do consider Metaphor as a brand new JRPG of this year. But I also can't forget Unicorn Overlord, which also won me over as well. Both of these games are really amazing, and I'm glad that new JRPGs are still being released as time goes on. Please do not miss out on these wonderful RPGs. They will both be remembered for a long time. Thank you all for watching my video. I appreciate your patience and taking the time to watch my videos. Take care and have a good day.